Hi guys, thank you for bearing with us while we have delays, but welcome to week 3 of the PMA LCS. We've got Boosted Grill Monkeys versus We Are Rhino. I am Rich Jirachi Matties. I am joined today by Michael Opie Opich, something pronunciation. How's it going?
Correct.
Good
Oh,
enough?
you got
Okay, cool. And also Alex Packer Diehard 12 Hagen Bush
boo.
Boo Hagen Boo?
Hey, Hagen Boo.
Hagen Boo.
Yeah.
That. How's it going, guys?
It is fantastic.
Ready for some, as they said in the chat, dank memes and sweet plays.
Yeah, so
Dude, it's going to be a fire game. Let's see it.
yep. So the reason we are getting started a little late, actually, Fish Baby Bot got held up with like something school related and just showed up, which is like okay. It's fine. Things happen, but because of rules, because he was more than 15 minutes late, BGM will be losing one ban in game 1. So when BGM misses one of their bans, that's what's happening. But here we go. They're gonna actually get started. They're gonna. I guess their miss ban might be their 3rd ban of the first draft age, but they are gonna ban away Balaka Strand's Ornn. You guys can see the draft right now, right?
Yeah,
Correct, it's going.
up there.
Awesome. Rakan banned away from Alistar Moody. Out. Violet Sociocats Cho'Gath is basically a must ban, so no surprise there.
Obviously, yeah.
Next. You know what? I'm gonna pull up some dank champ select music.
All right,
Dankest.
let me see the Shen banned away. Yeah, Shen is a very, especially with the meta, he is an insanely strong champion because he can still duel really well in the top lane. So I think that's a really strong ban.
Absolutely.
Just
So
his global presence.
looks like BGM will be having the 3rd ban be their miss ban. So yep, there we go. There's a no ban. Which again, things happen. So let's see. It's gonna auto ban. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't auto ban. Berg 7 was like, it's gonna auto ban. Wait, no. We've missed a lot of bans in this draft because none of us. It took a solid 2 weeks for any of us to like get used to draft system at all in 30 seconds, like hard 30 seconds. But Nivea being banned away from Gurk 7, but that does leave Malzahar up, and they will first pick that, and War is going to counter with the first pick Misfortune for Fudgy Ditters, as well as the Maokai from Strand.
So first 2 picks insanely strong. Malzahar, almost no champions that are like counters.
Man,
Well, Ezreal Tarek.
they're flying through these picks. They're not even giving any thought to it.
Realistically, it's because you can't ban out their strategies. They know, both of these teams know what they want to do.
Yeah.
They know exactly what the game plan is, and even if one champion is, banned away, they have that fallback. We're going to see Ali on that Corki again. He did really good last week with it, so
Absolutely.
they have a ton of team fight there with Misfortune ult, Corki, Package, and Maokai ult there. Tons of team fight presence.
Yeah, they're going to ban away the Kane from Fish Baby Bot.
Right, and the response will be the Morgana ban targeting that's Zorpox for War and what?
Interesting Thresh ban when they've already picked Tarek.
They think it's a Tarek top because wait, Jimmy's played Tarek top in a Pro 5 couple bro 5v5s and was doing not bad with it, they might think that's legitimately a Tarek top. Okay. Okay, then
it's always a possibility.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't think Tarek would be too bad into Maokai if that was the pick, but.
I don't know.
We've seen Austin before go Thresh top, so I mean, maybe they've seen a secret strat that we don't see, and who knows? But then the Nami pickup from War would be good for trying to disengage. And then there's the Gallios.
Okay, so it is going to just be Tarek support.
Yeah.
Unless they do Galio support Tarek, no, there's no way.
Yeah, I would definitely think Tarek. The good thing with Tarek Ezreal is you can put Tarek can start using a stun in Ezreal and can like for sure land a stun, which is nice. I mean, Ezreal goes pretty deep when doing that, but I mean, it is.
And okay, so that is going to be Maokai jungle, 4-guy Fury, and Balaka Strands Aatrox in the top lane. Yeah. Right.
We are ready.
Okay. And now that we're getting, well, we can talk a little bit more about team comps once like all the picks and bans get locked in. But let's see. What can we talk about?
Well, I just want to say, I mean, I think most people know that this is a early season kind of premier matchup. We have, the Boosted Gorilla Monkeys haven't lost a game, and We Are Rhino did drop one game in their first set, but the other games have looked really incredibly strong. So this is extremely important for possible, playoff implication seeding and stuff later down the road, because I think most people expect both of these teams are going to be towards the top of the standings. So this is a critical week 3 matchup, I think, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I think definitely both of these teams, regardless of order, are definitely, vying for top 3 at this point in the season. I mean, it's really early, and if there's only been 2 matches so far.
Oh my God, Jimmy! Jeez, he's memeing us. It's Galio. It's Galio. He's played plenty. He's played. Okay, he's. I mean, they
can trade.
They can trade in champ select, so we're just.
We won't jump the gun yet.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty spicy.
They're memeing. They have to be memeing right now. They're not gonna actually have. No, there's no way Greg does that. This is an important match. Why is he? No, it's a meme. It's a meme. Anyway, while these picks are going down, I want your guys' opinions. What matchup actually you're looking at? Like what lane?
I was actually looking at this earlier. I'm really, really excited to see the 2v2 in the bot lane. We have Piper has been on an absolute tear in the first couple weeks. He leads the league in kills. He is, I think, number 3 in damage per minute, number 1 in gold per minute. He is absolutely tearing it up. I made some notes so I could be prepared to talk about stuff.
Hey.
All right, it's called being prepared.
Hey,
right?
I'm good for something.
And Alistar Moody is also in the top 5 of KDA along with Piper and Gerg, and he is number 1 in assists, I believe. And then from the other side as well, Fudgy Ditters is number 2 in the league in damage and kills, I think, if I remember correct. So both of these 80 carries have been tearing it up in the first few weeks, and the supports are also high in this assist list. So I'm just really looking forward to the 2v2 in the bot lane.
Yeah, and then for me, I'm probably going to have to say I'm most looking into the jungle matchup at this point. mostly for the fact that mid lane, they're both super strong mid laners. Now, there is the possibility of kill potential pre-6, but I think the only kill potential really for both of them, because they're both smart players, is going to come if one of the junglers is there, just before the other one, so that way they can get that extra, damage in. Because I feel like there's just going to be a lot of counter jungling and everything. They're, just responding to where the other jungler is, kind of thing. So I'm going to watch the jungle matchup, because if they can snowball one of the lanes, especially mid lane, that could spell lights out for the other team.
Yeah.
But
So,
I think that's going to be the matchup to watch, that jungle.
yeah. With that, also predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? And feel free to talk about comps too. That was not segued well. It's okay. Talk about comps and someone predict something.
I mean, just based off the comps, I'm going to have to go with the boosted Gorilla Monkeys here. Just because the Malzahar, such an insanely strong pick. Galio and Tarek provide so much team fight potential, and Piper being on the Ezreal will have the ability to just stay in the backline, stay out of the way, and apply so much damage, because Klepto's still broken at this point. So I mean, he'll be able to get ahead and just keep rolling with it, and buy in the jungle for the engage. You could have a Galio and a Tarek ult on top of that. Good luck Misfortune ult. Good luck Maokai ult. Good luck, Corki ults. All that good stuff. I mean, I think it's just going to be very hard for them to stay in the game there.
Awesome. So one predicted win for Boosted Gorilla Monkeys. Packer, go.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go the other way. I think we are right now. We're going to win game 1. I really like the comp they put together. We've seen. I mean, obviously, everybody knows how good Caleb is on Aatrox. Once he gets a couple items, like Galio's not going to be able to fight him, Malzahar isn't going to be able to fight him. Like, he'll just be able to control the side lane. And we've seen him do it this split earlier. I think it was in their first match. One of their games, he was on Aatrox, and I believe he was like 2 kills down early to a Fiora, but he still turned it around and just smashed the rest of the game. So even if he gets behind, we know that he can come back and just be an absolute menace. And then they're really set up with the other 4 for a 4-1 split with the double marksman out of the Misfortune, and the Corki can pump out a lot of damage. There's a pretty good amount of poke. And then having Nami for peel and Maokai also to kind of peel if they need to, if they get engaged on while Caleb is split pushing. So,
and worst comes to worst, the Maokai Flash W can also engage.
Yeah, absolutely. So they can, if they want to group as 5, they have Nami, Tidal Wave, and the Maokai to engage, and they have plenty of damage from the Corki and the Misfortune. If they want to split, the Aatrox can control the side wave, and the other 4 can group into 4-1 extremely well. And I think, late in the game with Ali, they really know, where they need to be, what they need to do as far as shot calling and stuff. And so, unless the Vi is gonna get a huge snowball with her early pressure over the Maokai, because I don't think early Maokai jungle is great pressure. Unless the Vi just takes over the game early, I think it's going to go to We Are right now.
Okay. My gut instinct is saying BGM will win this, but really, oh my god, this is such a this is such a hard game to predict. I think the teams are actually quite close in terms of skill level, and Caleb's Aatrox, I think, will, partially because of the champion matchup, partially because of the player matchup, Balakashran will be able to, he'll be able to just, to be blunt, stomp all over Jimmy's Galio.
Yeah.
And he can pretty easily take over. Boosted Gorilla Monkey's got 2 excellent power picks in Malzahar Ezreal, but Misfortune Maokai in terms of power isn't that far behind, and I think their comp is a little more cohesive. So I'm gonna give it to We Are Rhino as well.
I feel like the one real good win condition for We Are Rhino is that if Caleb can get ahead in the top,
Yep.
nobody's going to be able to stop him. There's nobody that can just fight him. Now, don't get me wrong, you can shut down an Aatrox pretty well, but I'd feel like nobody on their team, once it gets to, mid-late game and he just starts split pushing, nobody can handle him 1v1. Like, Galio can absorb a ton of damage, but...
Fun tidbit with the summoner icons, for We Are Rhino, everyone but Ali had, like, some like monster thing that's just like charging. I guess it's the Rhino, and Allie's like the book because she's the brains or something, something like that. But anyway, we're getting into game. Well, Boosted Gorilla Monkeys versus We Are Rhino on the blue side. It is the Boosted Gorilla Monkeys. In the top lane, we've got Big Diach Jimmy, Dear Lord, in the jungle. Fish Baby Bot, Gerg7 in the middle lane. Piper is in the ADC position, and his support will be Alistair Moody.
And then on the red side, we are Rhino. We have Balakastran up in the top lane on the Aatrox, Daifi jungle on the Maokai, Violet Sociocat on Corki in the mid lane, Fudgy Ditters on MF as AD carry, and Sorpox on Nami as the support.
Well, we've got our first action. Gerg7 puts the Space Aid onto Balakastran, and well, he's gonna back up. He's probably might back. He's Aatrox. He has healing and lifesteal. It's fine. Oh well. I don't even want to know what's happening. I've chat scaled all the way down to 0 because I'm just choosing to not deal with that. Also, feel free to donate and subscribe to the channel, as well as check out the Symphonia Education Network. There's a link in the bottom. If you want to go there, you can donate to there as well. Symphonia Education Fund?
Yes.
Fund.
Fund. Network?
Yeah,
anyway.
I subscribed just before the game started, so you should follow my footsteps.
Yeah, thank you to Packer for being our latest sub. You too can be our latest sub for the low price of $5.
Amazon Prime gets you a free one.
Or the price of free if you already have Amazon Prime. Anyway, pretty standard starts for both of these junglers. Guy Fieri starting on his blue, and Fish Baby Bot starting on his red, starting bot side. And as we get action going down early, the early trade, the Space Aids from Gerg7 onto Violet Sociocat will take her down early. Meanwhile, bot lane, Fudgy Ditters does not land the first MF bounce, but the
Piper goes in and takes a lot of damage though.
Zorpox does have damage early on this Nami, and he's now down to a third of his health. Granted, he does have Kleptomancy and will probably be able to fish for some health pots, but still, he's getting chunked out early, and does not bode well for this lane. Oh my god, he gets, oh my god, he just takes a huge chunk of damage, just stun landing on the Fudgy Ditters. Meanwhile, mid lane, Violet Sociocat getting aggressive while so low. Gerg7, once Space Aids comes up, he might be able to, maybe a flash in would be really aggressive, but action, let's go.
Yeah, I feel like in the mid lane, like I said, I feel like they're both really smart. They know what kind of engages they take. There's gonna be some poke early, but they know. They're both really good at keeping their lanes warded, so, Ali saw that, by incoming there was a couple wards there. I feel like that's gonna be a huge key for to not get, wrecked by the Vi. Possible early pressure is if they just keep wards up and then
there's the MF bounce. Oh, in the mid lane, Gerg7 flashing forward forces the flash out of Violet Sociocat as well. Nice summoner spell trade, but Violet Sociocat is going to have to back. Meanwhile, top lane, Balakastran is going in onto Jimmy, and he will come out on the losing end of the trade. Does not have quite enough damage yet to duel with Jimmy. but he will have sustain.
Does have a little sustain though with that, so
he has lifesteal. He'll be fine. But...
Yeah, early level base damages on Galio abilities are really strong, and Aatrox just needs lifesteal and attack speed before he can really be that much of a threat. So it's going to be a little bit before he's too big of a threat, I think.
I mean, realistically, I want to see Galio putting more pressure onto Aatrox. See more, you can't necessarily keep spamming it, but, get the damage in there as much as you can. You can't always just spam all the abilities, but get as much in there as you can.
Piper taking a not great trade doesn't get that much damage down onto Fudgy. However, both of these ADCs are out of mana, I believe. Hold on. Well, who knows? We've got fight going down middle and violent. So we have Valkyrie's in. Lays out these autos on the Gurk 7, putting some good damage down, and will force the pot burn, but Fish Baby Bot is hanging around. Wild Sociocat has not quite spotted the pink ward. Unless... Can she see? Hold on. I don't even know. It's okay. Meanwhile, though, Guy Fieri is running down to bot lane for this gank. Well, Alistair, Moody, and Piper are going to get out of there, but Piper's still taking some poke from Fudgy Ditters.
And that gets the thumbs up.
The emote spam. Meanwhile, top lane, Blockashine going back in Big Dick Jimmy actually... Big Dick Jimmy. Actually, he charges in. Will flash away from Blockashine, flashes in, gets the first blood.
And they didn't even need to use it. Wow.
Oh my god.
That was incredible.
Piper is getting aggressed on, once again by Fudgy Ditters. Fudgy Ditters is laying down great damage. They are staying even in farm for now, though. So, I'm really looking at Fudgy to use this health advantage he has, even if he has way less mana. If he uses this health advantage to get a CS lead going, that will spell great things for war.
Yeah.
That's the thing you see a lot when you have range
mid lane
support.
gank. This Nethergrass going down makes the gank super easy for Fish Baby. Thought they turned off a little too soon. They thought they had the damage. Oh, that's
just
kind of unfortunate. I felt they could have kept going. Fish Baby bot had flash. It would have been aggressive, but
I think it would have been very close.
Yeah.
I guess they're going for the safe play. Kind of makes sense, and it's better that they play it safer than get over aggressive. But it's in the meantime, flash twisted advance. The spell shield blocks the twisted advance, but Violet Sociocat will still pick up the kill with the missile.
The roam down, be big. And know that he still didn't have flash up, so.
Now he was already up about 12 CS. Now getting the kill and being able to shuffle this in is going to be a big swing in Violet Sociocat's favor in the mid lane.
Just a little micro thing, guys. Here, he flashed in for the twisted advance with the spell shield up on Gurk 7. He could have flash Q'd to break the spell shield and then twisted advance. Gurk 7 had no flash, so no real way to get away from that. And don't burn the root cooldown. So it doesn't matter in the end. They still got the kill, but.
Yeah, it also got rid of the spell shield so that Aatrox came in and got the knockup. So maybe he was just trying to get rid of the spell shield so that they'd hit the knockup.
Well, you can still get rid of the spell shield and still root him and guarantee the knockup even more.
But yeah, so far not looking good for the boosted Gorilla Monkeys, especially not with their top laner who should have a little bit more pressure early. Got solo killed early, and then. The Aatrox got a roam mid lane and got an assist there, so not looking good, especially for that top lane pushing and the late game splitting. And Violet Sociocat getting the kill, definitely not a good start, because that mid game damage is absolutely bonkers.
A kill each on the solo laners is not going to be fun for BGM at all.
But they do have very good team fights with the Terra Cult for that damage mitigation and everything, and you know, a Galio ulting in, so that will always help. But you've got to get to that point. So
Yeah.
as long as they can make sure they get there, should be all right.
Oh, Blockchain going in, lands the knockup, and Jimmy has the taunt, but it's just getting melted, and Blockchain will take a tower shot, but he does have his GA passive up. And he's just sustaining back to full health. This is the Aatrox stats ahead. He's just gonna become unstoppable.
Yeah, a lot of Galios now like taking like a Rod of Ages or something like that early for a little bit of AP. But due to all this pressure, he's forced into taking a Bramble Vest, and so his damage now is not going to be quite what they
We've
usually
got the
like.
Quirky package here too. They're looking bot lane. Bot lane's pushed out a little far forward.
Yep, Piper too
if they can
far,
do
and
anything with
he
it.
gets the
immediate
chip
Taric
just
ult.
in time, and the Taric ult will keep them safe. Guy Fury and Violet Sociocat forced to back off. 4-man gank bot not quite working yet. Didn't even burn any cooldowns. I mean, the ult cooldown is something, but Violet Sociocat doesn't quite know Fish Baby's here yet. The bullet time from Fudgy Ditters doesn't do much of anything. Guy Fury is still hanging around, but he is going to back off now. War. They tried to make the play happen. They tried so hard, but they're just gonna cut their losses and just get out of there.
Yeah, Alistair Moody with the heal means oh
Man,
Yeah, MF damage.
oh.
It's ridiculous.
MF with the serrated Dirk
Yeah.
just
Yup. Welcome to Misfortune. Like, it's stupid. As someone who plays Misfortune, it's stupid.
it really is.
yeah, I feel like
Huge
Piper, we saw that Mystic shot. For
We
the
all
record,
saw it.
we all saw the Mystic shot. It's okay. There's some clip from like Worlds of Faker missing a Rise Overload on a minion. It happens to Faker, it's okay. But anyway, in the meantime, War have grabbed Rift Heralds, so BGM are answering with Dragon. It's only a Cloud Drake, so War
But to
definitely...
be fair, I feel like that's actually not a bad one for them.
It's not a
Their
bad Dragon,
whole
but
thing is
compared
they're
to
looking to
Rift
kite
Herald,
out the fight and
yeah.
keep it going.
and they're gonna use the Rift Herald immediately. In this mid lane, Violet Sociocat and Guy Fury are here pushing the turret, almost going down from Rift Herald. Gerg 7 is able to defend it though, will be able to kill off the Rift Herald.
I think they were a little hasty in the usage. They saw an opportunity because they knew their team was down in the river because they just took the dragon, but not quite enough damage to be able to finish it all the way. I would have liked a little bit more patience on that usage, but it still is mostly dead now, so it won't take too long before it's gone.
And Violet Sociocat also with a 30 CS lead over Gerg 7, really keeping control over this mid lane after the gank and the kill.
Yeah, and in the bot lane, we are seeing that Piper is getting a very small lead, but the lane is at least pushing in for him, so he should be able to keep growing that lead. Hopefully that'll be something that they can try and play around towards the late game, is just Ezreal being able to do a ton of damage in fights and everything.
Yeah, oh, Piper taking a bad trade, will flash out of the bullet time, barely gets out. Alistar Moody will be able to heal him up, but game shifting in and then having the flash out, not a good situation for Piper.
Yeah, not realizing that the Nami was still there, thinking Piper 1v1, and Nami still ended up being there.
Gerg 7 looking at Violet Sociocat. She's so low right now. Oh, the bounce barely missing Piper. Whew. Next, we've been talking about CS leads. Bot is more or less even, but except for support, every other lane has a big CS lead one way or the other. We can get back to CS leads because Fish Baby Bot's coming in, coming down as well for Balakashan. He'll be able to get onto the Fish Baby Bot, flash in, flash away from Fish Baby Bot. Nice flash there. The Taric is coming out. Will be able to save Fish Baby. Gets under tower. Violet Sociocat. Oh, the flash to Space Aids. Gerg 7 with the solo kill onto Violet Sociocat.
What a play.
Oh my god.
In the bot lane, the Taric ult coming down just in time. They just didn't have enough damage to burst him quick enough.
Yeah.
So very close.
Yeah,
that was absolutely huge.
Ooh, more bounces.
And I mean, we can see Guy Fieri is still getting a little bit behind in CS here too. He spent a lot of time around bot lane, but because he spent so much time around bot lane, not necessarily getting anything out of it,
He's behind
he's lost a
300
little bit of
gold.
farm.
He has an assist, but is down quite a bit of farm. And Piper with the Kleptomancy and the slight CS lead he is also up 300 gold over Fudgy Ditters. Meanwhile, top lane, Strand has a 1,300 gold lead over Jimmy.
Yeah.
So, well, there you go. There's the Aatrox.
Yeah, and that's gonna just keep getting bigger, unfortunately, unless
Yeah.
Galio gets in the action and is able to, get some assists or get some kills back as well. Which, now might be a good time. But you'll have that Aatrox in the top lane.
Time the Maokai, the Nature's Grasp. Let's call it Nature's Grasp because I think that's what the ult is called. But
Yeah. Uses it to zone the team away.
get the tower, yeah.
Now they're gonna dive Jimmy
It
in
is
the top.
Nature's Grasp. Okay, cool.
Yes, it is.
I wasn't wrong. Big Jimmy. I'm gonna choose to
Cordial.
not say his full name on stream. There's the 4 or 5-man dive. Flash away from the bubble will still get reared by Twisted Advance. Jimmy going in, not gonna quite
Still
go down.
alive!
He's still
Wow.
alive. He gets out the suppression on the guy here, goes down the
play.
fish baby bot. And the tower, all bad dive. They committed all 5,
That was-
but lost a member.
That was just a lot of miscommunication there.
Oh.
They should have definitely been able to take down the Galio. There just had to have been some miscommunication. Or maybe there was some wrong tower aggro taken.
Yeah, I
Also,
definitely think the
credit to
idea
Jimmy,
was
he had
right.
a great flash on the Nami bubble. Sorry, go ahead, Packer. Just wanted to sneak that in.
Yeah, I was gonna say the idea was right. I mean, they got the mid turret and they were able to rotate top, before they were able to get there pacing wise before he could get any backup. It was just they didn't realize he has gone Thornmail first item, so he's kind of harder to kill than someone who might have gone like Rod of Ages. And when he flashed the Nami bubble, he was able to just barely get out of enough CC to stay alive. The idea was good, just better execution and outplayed from the side of.
Yeah, I mean,
The
something we
Gremlins.
haven't talked about either, as we see Galio getting taken really low in the top lane here.
Burns the ult and it's just go whack away at Jimmy. Jimmy has
Yeah,
no
this red
flash
buff,
from the
he can't
dive,
wash out
just
with that.
whee! And there's the kill. Pakistan right-clicking Jimmy to death.
As if an Aatrox wasn't bad enough, Aatrox with red buff, he had no chance.
Ugh.
Yeah. But something we didn't really talk about earlier is their whole, they have Maokai, and yes, Corki does a bunch of magic damage, but they're all AD, theoretically, so they just need to build some armor.
Well, you don't build armor against the Corki for what it's worth, but the 4-man, the bullet time getting stopped actually by the Taric ult, but it does not matter. Piper will go down. Fish Baby Bot is in a bad situation himself. It's a 4v3 right now. Turret goes down in the top lane in favor of Balakastran, making it 2 towers to 0 currently for War. They're playing this objective game actually quite well, and now they're going on to Dragon.
Yeah.
Baby Bot
Another
is
good
hanging
usage
around.
from Alistair.
Oh, Fish Baby Bot hanging around. Gurk 7, bit not.
Fish
well,
Baby
not
Bot
really
does have a level on Guy Fieri, so
there's go win the smite fight. It goes actually to Violet Sociocat. The drag reset. Unfortunate. They're gonna chase after the flash twist advance onto Kirk 7. He is dead to rights. He gets blown up. Fudgy Ditters with the kill credit. Second kill for him. 5-2 overall for War.
when it rains, it pours,
Oh,
now it looks like
Alistair
nope,
Moody
they've
is
got
trapped.
backup,
Oh,
so I don't
he's
think they're
back.
gonna.
Is this another, well, 4-man dive this time? No, they're going to back off the tower, and We Are Rhino will not quite be able to get the tower. They're actually a stun of Violet Sociocat, keep the CC chain going, but the damage gets returned. Alistair Moody goes down. Fish Baby Bot actually goes in just to die. Big Jimmy burns the heroic entrance, but is now just here to watch his teammates die and watch his tower go down. And that's leaving Caleb actually on his own, just pushing mid lane. He's got the tower there as well.
Wow.
Yeah, there definitely had to be some miscommunication there, because there was no reason that they needed to take that fight.
They're just gonna take the tower without any minions at all. 4 turrets to 0 and an 8,000 gold lead at 18 minutes for We Are Rhino, they're just snowballing out of control off these objectives.
Now, by no means are they are the Bruised Gorilla Monkeys completely out of this game. They can come back if they get some well-coordinated fights. If they land a nice Malzahar ult onto, a carry, whether it's MF or more than likely Corki, if they get a nice pick on there, that could completely change a fight around. But the communication so far this game just seems like it's off, and they just have not been committing to the same game plan. Because we get some people diving in when you're, down a person or two, and then it just snowballs from there.
Honestly, the story of this game has been just We Are Rhino grouping up, rotating together, this Death Squad just going on. And speaking of Death Squad, it's 5 men. Jimmy is not quite tanky enough this time, no tower to save him. He goes down, Violet Sociocat picks up her 3rd kill of the game, and they're picking onto Baron. Yeah, it's 20 minutes is coming up. Baron is about to spawn.
Yeah, no Galio, Ezreal's in the bot lane. Should be a pretty easy pickup.
Gurk7 and Fish Baby Bot are here to hang around. They should know.
Oh,
this is a bait. Oh, Gurk7 is knocked up. He is just... Oh, no. Unfortunate. He's very dead, and that's now definitely going to be Baron or more.
We could get the Ezreal snipe. Here it comes.
Oh, it's
going to be a little bit early,
It's going to be early, yes.
Baron is too healthy. Just gonna help it if anything. The Fish Baby Bot not around to actually do anything. Then Violet Sociocat picks up her 2nd major objective of the game because smites are not gonna land, apparently. No.
Who needs smite when you have Corki?
For what it's worth, Piper did pick up the tower in the bot lane, so they do get something back. They get their 1st tower, but Baron for a tower is never worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Though also that mid tower is very, 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 very low. They just need someone to sneeze on it a couple times, and that'll be a nice chunk of gold back into their pockets.
Yeah, we just it'll take quite a lot of towers though for them to get back into this gold lead. It's almost a 10,000 gold lead, just barely past 21 minutes. So they are in a big hole, and if they're able to get picks, they can definitely, with Vile, Malzahar, they will be able to try to come back. But it's going to take more than one. It's going to take several of them being in the right place and having the right vision to be able to make the right plays.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see, if you look at the inventories of right now, there are so many red wards. Guy Fury has 2, Violet Sociocat has 1, Fudgy Dinners just put 1 down, Zorpox has 3.
Yeah.
So they're ready to just move forward in the jungle as the Death Squad, deny the vision, and then just move back and forth. Which realistically, you have the Aatrox that you could just put him in a separate lane and say go, because they have the Baron at this point, so just send him there. If they send multiple people, your team just wipes them.
Yeah, and BGM just watching their towers go down, the wave starting to build up in the mid lane. That's just wars now just hanging around this jungle. Oh my god, 3 wards in one each.
If you put 5 wards in a bush, they can't stop them all. How many wards can a woodchuck chuck?
How many wards can a ward killer kill if a ward killer could kill wards?
Yes.
That was it. Good job.
Oh god. Deteriorating so quick. Looks like War is just playing it very safe at this point.
Yeah, I feel like
they still have Baron up, and I know they're trying to push out top lane, but they could be on inhib towers. Realistically, I don't think Bruised Gorilla Monkeys can fight them at this point. Just get the split push going, and then you can have multiple towers going down. But they're playing it very safe.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of respect for the Boosted Gorilla Monkeys, and rightfully so, given their record and what they've looked like up to this point. But I feel like when when you're this far ahead, you can be a little bit more aggressive, even if you know your opponent is still strong.
Yeah, Ezreal now finally has his Triforce. Also, the Muramana has been fully upgraded, so hopefully we can see a little bit more damage coming out from the Ezreal. Hasn't been super grouped up for fights in general, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll be able to see a little bit of a change in the aspect from there. But another dragon's just going to go over to war here. It's an air drake. Very good for their rotations. 3 air drakes this game for 2 for boosted gorilla monkey. So it's all about that move speed, all about the rotations.
Okay, we got a bit of a time skip. Okay, here we go. Cool, nothing happened while my computer freaked out.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any major objectives for a little while now, so now it looks like they're just moving vision up in the jungle just to keep everything clear so that they can't get any sort of vision out or feel safe in their own jungles.
Yeah, Baron did wear off a little while ago, but it's now an 11,500 gold lead. They just have so many more items than BGM.
But this is exactly what they needed. What the boosted gorilla monkeys needed. They just need time because all of the waves keep pushing into them, so they're getting time to farm. They're getting time to hopefully try and catch back up or catch their breath, recontrol themselves, so that way next time there is a fight, they can hopefully be a little more on the same page. By going over the wall there,
oh wow!
Flash.
Big respect, Flash.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I think Balakastrain definitely, if he could have gone in there, but
Fish Baby's
he
excuses,
had no
he looked
idea
at me
where.
funny.
Yeah, he did hit the slow, so jumping in for the knockup probably would have been pretty easy. So maybe he just flashed because he didn't want to chance it.
Well, I mean, not necessarily knowing where the entire enemy, that they could be closer than his own. I think he wasn't looking for a fight there.
Yeah.
But now no flash for Vi, so
Yeah.
once Fish Baby Bot goes in, she's in there.
Yep. Oh, good. Okay. Okay.
Double flashes there, bro.
Okay.
MF flash and Malzahar.
I'm gonna choose to not say anything about that.
Wow.
Wasn't able to get the ult off in time.
Yeah. Well, just not flashing just barely out of range of the MF. In the meantime, though, Baron is up in 15 seconds. War is starting to camp around it. They're sitting in this bush. They have a pink ward. They know it's not warded. BGM is not quite taking the bait this time, though.
Ooh.
Will they? Oh, Alistair
Viper.
Moody. Oh, no. Oh,
He missed! Everything missed!
Wow.
He didn't even get scratched. Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the little drive-by ward.
Oh, and Kirk
Oh,
second. No. The exact same spot as last time. He goes down. Falls for
And
the
the
bait. This
TP was cancelled.
Yeah, Aatrox is just going to keep splitting. Galio can't really stop him. He knows his team can handle Baron without him.
Yeah.
I was just about to praise the boosted gorilla monkeys for playing safe and trying to make those small pick plays where they can, and got caught in.
Gerg, what are you doing?
Once again, it's just another waiting game. They gotta wait out the Baron. Hope.
Yeah, I mean, the waiting,
Ooh, that's
okay, but when you're this far behind and you've got an Aatrox just piling on top of you, forcing out the heroic entrance, that's a cooldown. That's not going to be up for another minute and a half.
Yeah.
That was a lot of damage, though, that Piper just put onto.
But it's an Aatrox, so he'll heal it all up in about 2 seconds.
Yep.
You know, Alistair Moody does land the stun on the Fudgy Ditters. They cannot capitalize on it. Two-shot barrage coming out. But I mean, it's past level 7, so it just kind of scratches. So We Are Rhino now gets to siege this inhib with a dwindling wave of Baron minions, but still Baron minions. They have 2 cannons that are firing away there. Now going to rotate to bot lane.
Yeah, they do still have to play it safe here.
Also, Cat looking to back, but
Low mana
dodge
on
the
low mana on Violet, Cat, and Fudgy Dick. There's not a whole lot they can do there.
Oh,
they're
Alistair
gonna
Moody
chase in
does
there.
land the stun, but the Tommy Tidal Wave to come out to disengage the fight. Exactly her job, and that will get her carry out of there alive. And also, in the meantime, Balakashan is doing Balakashan things and pushing a top lane.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just leave the team and start splitting a little bit sooner, but...
Okay, well,
Nature's
just
Grasp
so they can try
coming
and get
out.
the tower.
Only landing onto Alistair Moody, but it does buy enough time. They will get the tower. Alistair Moody, it's a double stun. Oh, the interruption on the Vault Breaker, and Alistair Moody will finally get the ult off, but not before We Are Rhino can just get out of there. They just peel back. Balakashran is now whacking away at an inhib. Berg 7 just eating, he's eating MF and autos for free because they get the suppression down and the stun. They will not quite take down Fudgy Ditters. Fudgy Ditters stays alive. Alistair Moody does go down to Fudgy Ditters. So sorry to Violet Sociocat. They get the inhib. Balakashran got the top lane inhib. He's going for the middle lane. They're just going to take all 3 inhibs just for the hell of it. They're going to end this game, right?
Yeah, just not enough damage able to put out on the one target to couldn't take out the MF.
Oh, they're not gonna end it? Nope, they're not gonna end it. They're gonna play it safe. That's fine. But they had a great catch on the Fudgy Ditters. He got too aggressive. He ate the Nether Grasp, the stun from the Taric, but just not enough damage to follow. And BGM lost 2 off the back of that, and are now severely on the back foot with 3 inhibs down, and the Dragon going down to just Fudgy Ditters and Balakashran. It's an ocean, they're not going to get Infernal or anything, but BGM, if they weren't in trouble before, they're now in very big trouble.
Yeah, they're going to have double super minions coming in with all 3 inhibitors. All that War has to do is just kind of wait for the waves to push in and just show up outside the base, and basically BGM are going to have to force an initiation on them if they do that, because they can't just sit there and let double super minions come in wave after wave. So once they just get all up into the base, it'll only be a matter of time.
Yeah, and Malzahar and Bioflashes are up now, so I mean they could try and look for something, but
Violet Sociocat using the package onto Jimmy does not quite hit him though, so Jimmy just gets to walk away, but War are just so far ahead, they can just siege the Nexus Tower. It's going down so quickly, the Super Minions, the Nature's Grasp coming out, catching out Alistair Moody. He goes down before the ult goes off onto him. Fudgy Ditters gets that kill. Fish Baby buys alone on the back line to get destroyed by Violet Sociocat. Jimmy is just going to walk in next. Will also get blown up. Double kill for the Corki. Balakashran whacking away at the Nexus insanely fast. And just like that, We Are Rhino picking up game 1.
Wow.
Wow. That was so one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, I know I picked We Are Rhino to win, but I had no, thought that it would be.
I thought it would be a close one.
Absolutely.
That was.
We do know. We have seen. Once We Are Rhino, once they get the tempo in their favor, and they have, split push Thresher with Black Strand, they know how to rotate. They know how to get vision down, so they know where to be to make up plays. They know how to move around the map together. They know how to press their advantages and take objectives together as a team. And so even against a team as strong as the Boosted Gorilla Monkeys, they only needed a little bit of early game pressure and tempo in their favor, and they were just able to snowball it tower after tower, jungle pick after jungle pick, and it just got out of control extremely fast.
Yeah. Prediction: Aatrox ban?
Yeah, probably. I'm posting the MVP poll in the chat. Go vote in that. Who do you guys, who's your MVP? I think this is actually a hard call to make because Caleb is the obvious choice just from just all the split push pressure he got, but Violet Sociocat was and Fudgy Ditters were both putting out just such big damage in team fights, and Violet, actually giving it to Violet Sociocat. She just was completely untouched and just stayed so safe and was able to just put out so much damage.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just because I love supports because they keep us alive. I am almost tempted. I'm not going to, but I'm. This would be like a close second, giving it to Zorpox, just because there was a couple team fights there. Most of them were around the bot lane where he just managed to just barely keep his carry alive, just long enough for them to do damage and take down the other team. And then it was like it would completely swing the whole fight. Whereas if that carry went down, it could have swung everything. And then, the boosted Gorilla Monkeys could have had a chance to get back in. But it was just that slight keep your carry alive long enough that did it. But yeah, I have to give it to Violet Sociocat. Just overall, the amount of pressure that she was able to provide that in just over the entire game and the amount of damage that was able to be put out, I got to give it to Violet Sociocat. Got to give it to Allie there.
All right, go vote in that. Not the yeah, Eric. For the record, yeah, I mentioned this in the cast, but that flash W onto the spell shield, the spell shield was like you could have popped it with Q and then gotten the root and guaranteed the knockup. But it's okay. Small tidbit. It's fine. No, do not get in Discord, Mendong. Anyway, we're going to take. No, we're going to take. We know it was on purpose, but you could have flash Q'd then W. It's okay.
Hey, I mean, if
It's
you
okay.
guys want to give the MVP to the support, then you got to get in there and vote. It's all up to you.
Yeah, it's up to chat. It's okay. We're gonna take a short break.
It's
Just
okay. Chat's
to
boosted anyways.
reset some VODs. Yeah, chat is boosted.
Especially with Dylan in there.
Woo.
Love you,
But yeah,
Dylan. Carry me later.
we'll be back in just a minute, so don't go anywhere, guys.